I just wanna win on the low, like you making demands. I said, whoa. I just wanna win on the low, like ask me where I've been. I said, whoa. You making demands. I said, whoa. She wanna be friends. I said, whoa. I just wanna win on the low, ask me where I've been. I said, don't know. You making demands. I said, whoa. She wanna be friends. I said, no, no. Whoa, my soul is stuck between dark and the light. It's like playing some musical chairs. They kicked me out, so I started a life with a bag that's bigger than theirs. I win and I lose and I win it again. I can see why they think that's unfair. We put in the work and we making the best. To be honest, I don't really share. You wrong with hitters, I don't understand. You killing good people, that wasn't the plan. Round up the game, come get your mans. He's selling his soul for a couple of fans. I open his eyes, lifted a hand. As far as you see, this is all in my land. Cause I've been through hell, then I came back. That's the one reason I don't give a damn. Whoa, devil knocked and I buzz him in. This is life with the son of man. Poured a drink, half a dozen in. Threw my head for a sudden spin. Sad story with my violin. All these problems start to pile in. All these peasants turn to violence. Two-faced, thought you had a twin. I just wanna win on the low. Ask me where I've been. I said, don't know. You making demands. I said, whoa. She wanna be friends. I said, no. I just wanna win on the low. Ask me where I've been. I said, don't know. You making demands. I said, whoa. She wanna be friends. I said, no.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Stop eating so much. You don't need to eat all the time.
You have the right to remain fat.
Whoa! You gonna fuck on me? Nobody's gonna fuck on you! Oh! What the fuck was that?
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Swole Norman.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing, testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 21 hundo and 80 dose of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gangcast, mancast, pincast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and yo hoes? It's your boy Papa Swole, yo, back with another episode. Today's episode, the Beastcast, is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2 Flexin' on all you be.
Fucking Catalina
Yeah.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
The fucking Catalina wine mixer.
What is going on, fam? How are we doing? Welcome to the motherfucking show. Welcome to the Daily Swole. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and all that good shit, because we are going to go Hambone Jones today. Welcome to the Sleazecast. And wherever you are, make sure that you are sharing the stream right now because we live, beaches. We fucking live. We're live. We're live. Straight from America, baby. America. What's going on, Amy? Josh, how we doing? Tyler, Extra Fitness. Always can use some extra fitness. Pedro, what up, Nick? Let's see what else we got here. Did I say Josh already? Let's see. Dawn, Pandemonium, Loretta, how we doing? Cerny, Jarella, everyone is here. Amber, Matt, we are ready to fucking go. Fam, if you haven't yet left us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, make sure you do so. We are available everywhere. The live stream links are down below in the show notes, thedailyswole.com for all of those links. We are streaming large and we are in charge. Are you ready for an amazing show? We got a great Swole card today. If you are part of the Swole fam, you already got your text. You know what you're going to see. You know what you're going to see. So without further ado, let's fucking get into it. Fam, are you ready for an amazing sleaze cast? Let's fucking summon the Falcon. Here we go, beaches. Look. Oh my God, nailed it. Put some respect on it, you boosh. Gotta ring the Freud. Shut up and get fucking swole. Leo, yeah, cheers. Okay. All right, you're raging drunk. Okay. Maybe if you drank more, you wouldn't have frozen in the Atlantic Ocean. Boo. Boo. Could have tried to get up on that door more than once. More than once. Just one try. Just one try. You could have fit. Okay, buddy. Enough of that. We'll leave you in the depths of the deep. Shut up and get swole. Hashtag shut up and get swole. What is that? SUAGS? Swags. It's all right. Write the whole fucking thing. We'll give away today's Swole card at the end of today's episode. Extra Fitness, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate it. The super sticker. I love how it describes what it is because it doesn't import into my streaming app. It just says an open eye with the words sneak peek. All right. Why? The words. I love how it's like accessibility super chats. Thank you so much for the sticker. Appreciate it. Hashtag shut up and get swole. We'll give away that swole card at the end of today's episode. Now it's time to get into the tip B shiz. Are you ready? Moisturize. Let's spit on it. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. It's a great day today. What'd you smash? Drop that in the comments down below. I did a mobility day, kind of a total body mobility. Did some lower back work, some adductor work, worked on just mobility in general. Make sure you focus on your mobility. Do a Swollen 7, do a Swolga, do a yoga class. Today was one of those days I'm sore. Yesterday was an arm day. It was like an upper body arm day. The day before was legs, so my legs are still fucked. So I needed to work on mobility. It wasn't like a strength training day today, but it was nice. Beautiful day. It's very nice weather down here in Florida. So I hope a lot of you are I know you're coming into the spring and shit like that. So hopefully the weather is getting nice where you are. Every time I say that, every time I'm saying that it's a beautiful fucking day, someone from Montana is like, it just snowed 10 feet. So hopefully you're not dealing with any ridiculous late winter weather. But make some sick fucking gains and drop that in the comments down below. Drop in the comments down below if you made some sick fucking gains. Cerny, I kind of missed the all black ink. Well, there's going to be black ink. Just because you have so many fucking swole cards, you're like, I kind of miss all black ones. All right. I like the ones that are all black because I got like 19 Swole cards. All right, well, not everyone can have all the Swole cards that you can, Cerny. Don't you worry. Don't you? We're always mixing it up. We're always mixing it up. My goodness. You people. You fucking people. You fucking people.
I don't believe you people.
What do you mean, you people?
All right, so let's get into that tip. We've been talking about the brand new, a couple things. Make sure you check out those brand new releases for SwoleNormus X members. Those of you that are part of the SwoleFam, make sure you check out those brand new releases inside X. We dropped them on Monday, so that's available in your updates tab. We got a couple new rotating classes for premium and unlimited members, and also brand new yoga class post-workout yoga stretch. Go and check it out. And not only that, take a visit over to SwoleNormusX.com and you can check out the apparel section, but also you can head on right over to papaswolio.com and use code DailySwole for 10% off. Get yourself some toxic muscularity. A lot of you are sending me pictures, tagging me in Instagram stories and stuff for your new apparel that you just got in. Toxic muscularity, one of the best drops in the history of SwoleNormus apparel. Go and check it out. Use code DailySwole for 10% off. Let's get into that first SwoleFam post. Get a drum roll. Let's see what's in that box.
What's in the box?
Wow. Speaking of SwoleNormus apparel, Danny, what up, Beesh? Today's gym apparel, hashtag Swole variant. Go to the fucking gym and SwoleFam for life. Bro, looks solid. Looking good, bro. I love the Swole variant gear. I love that. That might be the best design ever. I don't know. I think the best design. What do you think? What's your favorite piece of apparel? What's your favorite design? Now, I know sometimes the design your favorite just might be like red, white, and swole or something like that. But what's your favorite? What's your favorite piece of it? Like, what's your favorite gear? What's your favorite design? What's your favorite shirt or tank? I love the Swole variant. Looks good. Love the hat, bro. Thank you for repping it. Looks good on you, bro. Looks good on you. You're infected, and I hope you continue to be infected. I hope it's fatally swole. Hope it's fatally swole. All right, Emma. Good day, SwoleFam. Good day, Emma. I discovered Papa Swolio about 2 weeks ago on YouTube, and I'm so thrilled that there is someone spreading the message of health and common sense. I can't wait to get to know you all. It'll be great to have some inspirational and like-minded people to chat with. Unfortunately, the majority of my, quote, friends are woke and heavily, pun intended, into the whole body positivity thing. Oof. Eesh. All right, well, you're safe now. This is your Swole space. We don't do safe spaces. We do Swole spaces. I've become quite unfit over the last few years, and I'm excited to get my health back on track and make some sick gains. Well, welcome to the fam, Emma. Everyone, biceps and gorillas in the comments for Emma. Sounds like, since you said the majority of my, quote, friends are woke and heavily into body positivity, sounds like Emma needs some new friends. Now, I know you joined the SwoleFam, but I think it's time to cut out the bullshit. Who thinks it's time for Emma to theft some of that bullshit in her actual life? It's time to kick those twats to the curb. Jesus Christ. Terrible, but it's amazing. It's amazing. You found your way out. You're safe now. You're safe in your Swole space. Welcome, Emma. We will not go woke on you. We are very much so asleep. We're asleep. We're making some gains in our sleep. I don't know what the opposite of woke is. I guess we're sleepy. Sleepy Swole. Kaylin, not a fitness post, but just imagining for fun. The SwoleFam owns a tropical island we all live on. Do yoga, lift, eat liver, and sunbathe on all day. I was thinking, have some sheep too there. An interesting segue. Please add ideas for my imaginary SwoleFam island. What else do we need? Is this like a new version of The Sims? The Swoles? I didn't expect that middle part. So I get it. We're all living on an island. We're doing yoga. We're lifting. We're eating liver. I don't know whose liver. I guess sheep liver, I suppose. Not each other's liver. It's like Lord of the Flies. Sunbathe. I like it. And having some sheep. Interesting. It's like a nice... You went right for the sheep there. All right. Not bad. Not bad. Please add some ideas. So we got some mango trees, Jarella chickens for eggs. I like it. Swolistan. Very nice. Chickens. Very nice. Excellent. Swole Island. Oh my God. Sounds like a reality show. Isn't that, that's a great reality show. Call it Swole Island. So fat people are sent there and then all you do is you train and eat beef all day. and then you leave the island and all of a sudden you come home ripped, right? So it's kind of like Pimp My Ride. It's like Pimp My Gains. So you get sent to Swole Island and then you come back and the person, it's like a whole makeover. All of a sudden you come back just fucking yoked. Instead of extreme makeover, it's actually done properly. Okay. Or, the Biggest Loser, but it's actually done properly. You're not having someone who's like 600 pounds run down a hill. Okay. Interesting. Swole Island. I like it. It sounds like a video game.
What's in the box?
All right. This is gonna date me, but a lot of you probably remember this. Remember this way back. This is like, I don't even know. It's Windows 95 or is it DOS? I don't know. Remember Monkey Island or was that Windows 98? Who remembers Monkey Island? And the games when I was really young getting into, I remember Myst, Monkey Island. That's old school. Who remembers Monkey Island? I forget what platform that was on, or what computer, or what system, or what operating system. Monkey Island. My God, old school. All right, Lord Drip from the SwoleFam Discord. Hey, SwoleFam. So excited to start this journey. My name is Trey. I'm 26 and ready to see what I can do to transform my body into. I've been going to the gym for about 4 months now and have been seeing some progress, but don't really know what I'm doing. So I can't wait to get my eating and exercise on the correct path. Time to get these gains. Trey, welcome to the fam. Solid. Excellent. Welcome, Trey. Welcome. You're definitely going to get on the correct path. Welcome to the fam. Hopefully, we can absolutely lay it all out there for you. So let us know if you have any questions. Hello, Trevere. You definitely did make it. Welcome to the live stream. Okay, and Marissa. Oh, I think Marissa might be watching live. Not sure. Marissa writes, good morning or good night from New York. Trying to sleep for hours. In bed, staring at the walls, things that happen when you don't crush it, ... I sleep so much better when I go to the fucking gym. The days that I swim, I fall asleep so much faster. Tomorrow I'm going to swim, not even looking at these are a bunch of thoughts. You definitely were half asleep when you wrote this, Marissa. Not even looking at the weather. It's an indoor pool bubble. Sometimes it's hot and sometimes it's freezing. Going to go no matter what, #consistency. I like your attitude. Like Papa says, the light from the cell phone is so unhealthy as you type on your phone in bed. Especially before bed. I left my charger in the car, so my cell phone is dead. I'm addicted to falling asleep with it, a huge downfall. More than I could ever explain in just one post. I have a landline, however, it doesn't have internet on it. I actually got out of bed to come and write this to be accountable for tomorrow. To really try to admit that denial is not a river in Egypt. If I can get rid of my pacifier at 5 years old, I can ditch the tainty cell phone at 51. This Tuesday night, I survived one night. I can survive the rest of my life. Hopefully not texting and reading until I drop the cell phone on the floor. I started meditating again in the morning. Nighttime meditation is the only good part of having my phone. I tried to put on the radio, but I couldn't find anything relaxing. The point is, without sleep, there is no crushing anything besides a toe. If heaven forbid you drop a weight on it because you're so tired. Oh, I get it. Suppose Tainty will turn out to be Toddler Tuesday. It's never too late to stop bad habits. Thanks for listening. We'll have to buy an ebook or a Swolenormous X book. Can't wait until that comes out. The light on the ebook helps me to read when I'm overtired. Holy shit. Marissa, I get what you're saying. You know what's funny? Is that the entire post is kind of like the message. It's like disjointed, but also it makes complete sense. If you're tired, you're not going to function properly. Thank you for the message, Marissa. Get some fucking sleep. Go to bed. But I appreciate the fact that you didn't have your cell phone on you. I will talk a little bit about this because for me, I leave my phone in my office. My office is on the other side of the house. And a lot of times if I leave, because we have like a little charging station in the middle of the house. So we always leave the phones there. But that's in the middle of the house. That's by the sauna. That's by the bathroom. That's by the kitchen. So a lot of times at night, I'll listen to podcasts. And the thing is, it keeps my brain engaged. And I like to listen to a podcast while I'm in the sauna. But if the phone is in the middle of the room, I will kind of like stay connected to it. I'll have it on the speaker and I'll be listening to a podcast in the shower. And I'll kind of stay engaged and kind of stay plugged in a little bit longer than I should. So after I listen to a podcast or listen to whatever I'm doing inside the sauna, because I do like to listen to a podcast, meditation and having peace and quiet is great, but I just like to listen to something. It's a great opportunity to sit there and absorb some good content if there's anything going on. And I put in my office that way. And I always put on airplane mode, of course, but I put in my office, and that way it's just a little bit more out of my way. So I shut everything down. I got the computer and everything up in here. I just leave it plugged in over here. So people in the comments are talking about Oregon Trail. Oregon Trail. Remember that fucking game? I remember, you get to choose the name of everyone in Oregon Trail. And I remember this is what I always did. I never actually made it because anytime someone broke their leg, I would always have them run faster. I'd be like, run faster. And it's like, so-and-so has dysentery now. It's like, yeah, fuck them. So-and-so died. It's like, haha, leave them. And every time it was like, a river is 20 feet. Forge that fucking shit. And it would just like float. You see like everything floating around. You're like, 2 oxen died. Fuck it. Keep going. Just sprint. I'd always try to get there as quickly as possible. But apparently that's not the best strategy. It never worked, but I just kept on doing it. I just didn't care. I always died. Always just tried to just sprint. I always laughed when someone broke a leg. It's like, fuck it, run. And the question is, why are you running? Get in the goddamn wagon. They broke a leg. So what? Anyway, I always just try to sprint there. Like, maybe we'll just walk it off. Just rub some dirt in it. Walk it off. It's like baseball. You get pegged with like an 85-mile-an-hour fastball, like a slider in the thigh. Walk it off. Don't rub it, you pussy. You're on first base, like trying to hold back tears. Yeah, it's pretty much every dude's life that plays baseball. Help you be a man. You're pegged with a flying fucking rock. Just pretend it doesn't hurt. 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 The next day you just have a fucking welt the size of a small planet. All right, let's take some questions. Fam, drop in the comments down below. Hashtag Ask Papa Swole. Remember, we got a lot to go over. We got a lot of stuff. All right, Shut Up and Get Swole is our Swole card for the day, and we'll be getting to that card. We'll give it away at the end of today's episode. Hashtag Shut Up and Get Swole. That's right. I had a Gateway computer, Gateway 2000. I remember that. I had the first Power Mac. I had a Power Mac 6160, 60 megahertz. It was like one of the first Power Macs ever made. I remember that shit. All right, let's take some questions. We got one from Instagram. All right.
What's in the box?
We got this one's from @Norman. Papa Swole, any tips for low intensity full body? I have a hip replacement and ankle fusions. Any tips for low intensity full body? I mean, lifting weights? It depends on what what your limitations are. So whatever you're cleared for in terms of exercise, I would recommend doing hip mobility, ankle mobility, knee mobility exercise. But again, it depends, because if you have fusions and a hip replacement, just because you should be doing mobility exercise doesn't mean you're going to have the ability to execute on that mobility the same way that someone that doesn't have those issues. Understand? So it depends. But I would recommend yoga if you haven't yet implemented that. Yoga is a great kind of segue into between, like, it's mobility for sure, but it's a great way to strengthen underactive muscles and really get into those deep stabilizers, especially if you have any kind of imbalances. Because once you have a replacement, once you have an injury, your body's going to compensate. You might have some scar tissue building up. You're going to have some limitations. So what's important is, if you have an injury on your right side or your left side, right ankle, right shoulder, left shoulder, you're going to start compensating with other body parts. You're going to twist a certain way. You can use your left arm more, your left shoulder. So once the injury heals, you also can get an overuse injury on the other sides because you had to compensate in a big way. Just some extra thoughts there. Let's see, Tyler, is it normal for someone to have an injury over the course of months and years of lifting? Yeah. I mean, you can get an injury from the first day lifting. You can trip and you can stub your toe or trip or sprain your ankle on the sidewalk. I mean, there's no limitation. Just because you've been lifting for a long time doesn't mean you won't get hurt. One of the things that you need to do, the question disappeared. One of one of the important things to recognize is you don't want to get cocky. Sometimes when someone's been training for a while, you might get sloppy, you might get cocky. That's what she said. Oh,
Because
sometimes good to get cocky. But you don't want to start not paying attention enough. So if you think you know everything, you think like, oh, nothing's bad's going to happen, you might just throw in too much weight and you're overconfident and you can have an injury. So it's very important to respect the gym, respect the weights, make sure you have good form, and never sacrifice form for weight. If you're lifting on, you put on 20 more pounds on the bar or whatever it is, and your form starts sucking, like that's enough. That's enough. You don't need more weight. You need better form. You need to push yourself through those sticking points, but more weight, it doesn't supersede form. Just like food quantity doesn't come before food quality. Form is always most important. All right, speaking of Nico Napoleon, Papa Swolio. Everyone has low points no matter who you are. What do you do when you get into a low point? That's a good question. I agree. Everyone has low points, but it's all relative, right? So a low point for one person might not be as low of a point for another person, but it's all relative. So objectively, you might see, well, this person has a lot of money and they have a low point, so it can't be as bad as someone who has no money that has a low point. You can't, obviously we know a lot of celebrities or people that are extremely wealthy or successful by most people's standards that commit suicide, that have a lot of issues. So the most important thing is to have a purpose and to focus on your plan, which is why we have the 7 pillars. And that's a great thing to focus on. So every single day you're executing on those 7 pillars, whether it's a good day, whether it's a bad day, whether it's raining out, whether it's sunny out, whether it's a Monday or a Friday, you're still crushing those 7 pillars. So you have purpose every single day and it gives you a target. It gives you something to focus on because really the results that you have is a product of executing every single day. So if you think you're going to have amazing success or an amazing outcome in the future, but you're not executing every single day, you are sadly mistaken. You need to focus on the day to day and you have to focus on the short term. You have to be very aggressive and, execute in the short term, but be patient on a macro, on a long term to be successful. So make sure you have a plan, stick to it, focus on those targets every single day and keep on executing day by day. Let's get a little America there. That's a good question. All right, let's see. Matthew Kite, Papa Swolio. I am a newbie lifter, been at it 2 years. Every so often I hit a plateau where it seems like progress has left the building. It takes conscious effort to resist the temptation to get really discouraged, but I just keep my head down and push hard. After a couple weeks, bam, the gains roll in. I'm not looking for a way around these plateaus, just asking if this is a normal scenario. I would say absolutely. For sure. I hit those as well. Sometimes it might be a period where I'm not getting sufficient sleep. The last month or so has been rough with the 2 new puppies finding a new routine. So sleep has kind of been like off more than it normally has been. So you have to address, your perception. It's really your perception of what's going on. So just because you felt like progress has left the building doesn't mean it is. Depends on how you're justifying it or how you're measuring that. But what's important to understand is that, you're going to have those plateaus. You're going to have those periods where it doesn't seem like things are moving or things are progressing. But you just have to keep on pushing forward. And what you just said is a testament to the reality of the situation, is what I was just kind of commenting on, that you just keep on going forward and all of a sudden you're going to kind of break through. But the reason is because you're executing on your 7 pillars. You weren't giving up. You kept on pushing forward. You focused on what you could control and you kept on doing it. It's normal. It's normal. It's just like the question from Nico from Instagram, like, what do you do when you get to a low point? Well, you don't fucking quit, because if you quit, you don't get any results. If you quit, you don't win. You're not going to be successful if you fucking quit. So what's the answer? You keep going. That's all there is to do. If you have a low point, okay, you want to tuck tail and run and just quit, well, then then it's going to be worse. That doesn't make it better. It's not going to make it better. So if you're not getting the results that you want, you're just going to stop? No, you're going to keep on going forward and solve the fucking problem. Solve the puzzle. Keep on going after it. And that's why the 7 pillars, again, keep on coming back to the 7 pillars, because they're the shit. You could download them down in the links below in the description, swolenormousx.com, because the 7 pillars are things that you can control. And most of the times when you think you're at a plateau or you're struggling with something, whether it's psychological or physical, a lot of times that shit is not in your control. So come back to your 7 pillars, focus on what you can control, and then just keep on moving forward. That's really what it's all about. All right, let's see. Virtual examiner. Papa Swole, I'm doing relatively good with nutrition, but need to get moving. What can I start with? Well, from Instagram, I don't know what relatively good means. Relatively good to me is not good. So you say relatively good, which means there's a lot of work to be done there. So proper sleep, better nutrition, check out our content elimination diet, yoga, meditation, 7 pillars, everything I just mentioned in the previous questions. Need to get moving. What can I start with? Try a yoga class, swolenormousx.com/links, or in the show notes below, I believe. I would recommend that. Start with a basic lifting program. You could join the fam, or you can just start. It depends on what your goals are. What can you start with? Go for a walk. Don't underestimate going for a walk and just being consistent with physical activity. Start with that. Start with yoga. Excuse me, hiccups. Because also you don't need any equipment for that. You don't need any equipment to go for a walk. You don't need equipment to start practicing yoga. It's a great place to start too. Matt Aoki, what's your favorite cut of steak? Ooh, Papa Solio likes himself some ribeye. Ribeye for me. Ribeye. Tyler, Papa Solio, I'm going to California for the summer next month. What can I do if I don't have any equipment to bring? I'd rather do weights than calisthenics. Well, if you're going, there are gyms in California, believe it or not. People do lift weights out there. You can also bring some bands with you or buy something out there. Maybe you can get a gym membership. There are gyms out there. There are gyms out there, brother. Just saying. Or do bodyweight exercises. Do the summer of yoga. Summer of yoga and bodyweight. That's great for you too. There you go. Hiking trails for sure. That's a great option. Radu Kel, Papa Solio, how important is sleep and resting? Can you pass on sleep for a party every once in a while? Sleep is essential. Sleep is the most important thing that you can do for your body. Next to water. Sleep and water are the most important things to survive. Exceptionally important. Exceptionally important. Passing on sleep for a party every once in a while, that's up to you, but it does negatively affect your health in a big way. And it adds up over time. So once in a while is like what, every week or two, and you're doing it, it adds up in a big way. So why can't you go to a party and still get sleep? You know, if the party starts at midnight or 2 a.m., come on, man. Is that the party you want to go to? So again, entertainment doesn't have to revolve around destroying your body. You can go and do entertaining things while the sun's out. It doesn't have to be super late at night, but teach your own. I mean, if there's something that you love to do and you want to do, and it's, you know, sleep in a little bit more the next day, try to plan it out that way. So just make sure you're getting your sleep. You might be going to sleep late, but just make sure you get the sleep. But if you're on a really good sleep schedule, it's going to fuck you up. It's going to fuck you up. And if you're really on a good sleep schedule, you think that missing sleep one night, you'll be able to cruise through it, is going to affect you for a few days. So it depends on what you mean is it depends on what you mean by once in a while. So everyone's opinion of once in a while is different there. Jarella, do they allow you to work out in the People's Republic of California? Ho!
You lose.
Do they allow you to go outside? Or does that use too much energy? You can only go outside if you're holding a solar panel or a windmill. Okie dokie. Let's see here. Phoenix, all of us know the best girls are in the gym, not at parties. Goddamn right. Matt the Great. Papa Soli, I want to start kettlebell training, but I'm unsure about what size to get. That's what she said. I'm 6'4", 240 pounds, but never used kettlebells before. Well, I mean, honestly, that I appreciate the height and the weight, but that really doesn't matter. The height and the weight, do you lift? 6'4", 240, but what kind of 240 is that? So if you've never lifted before, then you want to start lighter. For a dude, I would recommend getting like probably a 35-pound kettlebell, something like that. It's going to be very versatile. You're going to probably, once you learn the technique, you might outgrow it pretty quickly, but The most important thing is you don't get one too heavy, because a 35, if you have some experience lifting, it gives you some room to grow into it and also to do most of the exercise. Like you can get into cleans and snatches. Like you should be pretty fine doing that. But if you've never lifted before, you might want to drop down and do like a 26 pounder or something like that if you've never really had any experience lifting. And then of course, you know, you might grow into that pretty quickly, but that's fine. Then you go and you start building out your set and you get another one. So I started, with a 35 pounder and you have some experience lifting, you do 5x5 training. Okay. So if you've never done kettlebells, it doesn't sound like a lot, but you can fuck yourself up. You're going to have to get used to the timing. You're going to have to get used to the impact on the back of your forearm. You're going to have to get used to the grip. So it's really important and also the friction on your hands. You might want to get some chalk too. Make sure you sand down your calluses if you have any. So it's really just about the technique. Kettlebells are technique oriented. So it's really important to make sure you have that technique. So you want to go lighter and then you can build up from there. So in terms of doing like a kettlebell swing, you can still do it with a 35. It's going to feel light, but you can definitely do them and it's going to teach you good proper form and you can go from there. Okay, I think we got some shit posts. Who we got here in the folder? Oh, we got some serious videos, fam. Oh yeah, holy shit. Oh, we got to go balls deep. Are you ready, fam? Are you ready, fam? It's time. Drop some dookie in the comments down below. I think we're good with questions. I think we're good. Ready for some balls deep content? I think so. Are you ready?
What's in the box?
Let's fucking go.
That's deep.
All right, if you're new to the show, we take questions every day, so we'll take some more tomorrow. So if you didn't get your question answered, show up to tomorrow's episode. We'll go over them, right? But we got to go balls deep. We got to go in. Cerny, Nick, Loretta, Yvonne, you're ready for this shit. All right, hit that like button, subscribe. The Daily Swole is available everywhere you listen, everywhere you want to be. The Daily Swole is. And before we get into the balls deep content, remember that we have a couple events coming up. We have the 6-year Swoleversary coming up on May 8th, so don't miss out on that. And we'll talk more about that in upcoming episodes, but it's right here on your screen. Also, we have P3S3 dropping in just 18 fucking days, fam. 18 days for another P3S3. Papa Swole's Signature Series, the third release, drops for 24 hours on Sunday, May 15th, midnight to midnight. You'll hear a lot about it, especially as we ramp up to it. So just be ready for that. And I will be announcing it and putting a link and letting you know where you can grab your P3S3. Also, make sure you mark your calendar. Monday, May 30th, Balls Deep for Summer release party. The time is to be announced, and that is Memorial Day. We will celebrate those that have served this country, and also we will honor them with some amazing fucking releases for summer. Don't you forget about Balls Deep for Summer. Don't you worry. I got your back. All right. Well, there's no shortage of stupidity here. That's for damn sure. We got some consonants, fam. We got some consonants. I know.
Matt Damon.
This is from an account called The Midlife Feast. The Midlife Feast. And it's from Jennifer Huba. We got an RD and an ND. RD and an ND. So let's see what we got here. Nice.
What's in the box?
Love some good consonants after the name. Okay. Here we go. Need more proof that diets don't work? The average 45-year-old woman has been on 61 diets since the age of 16. Where do you get that? How do you even get that number? Complete make-believe. If diets worked, they'd work the first time. Oh, I can't wait to get off on this. Remember that it's never too late to undiet your life. Hashtag anti-diet. Remember, it's never too late to be a fat, lazy fuck. We've noticed. We've been to Walmart. Diets definitely do work. The ones that are stupid don't work. Trying to starve yourself or just suck down lemonade and maple syrup, that's not going to work too well. Diets work. You know why? Because I'm on a diet. I'm on the Papa Swole diet. You should be on the U diet. And I don't know where you get these fucking numbers. Yeah, most people do things wrong. Most people do stupid shit. Most people try to find a shortcut. So most people don't do things right. That's why most people aren't professional athletes. Most people aren't successful opening a business. Most people don't fucking have a good physique. Most people aren't healthy. Most people. You're just stating the obvious. Most people don't do shit properly. Are you surprised? Are you surprised? That's why we have a word for it. It's called fucking average. It's called average, Jennifer. Welcome to fucking Earth. All right, here we go. Round of applause. She needs a nuts on chin diet, Nick. I agree. She needs a... Oh my God. Oh my... Is she still She's still talking? Wait a second. Hold on. Wait a tick. All right. I am confused here. All right. Hold on a second. This is a two-parter? Okay. So this is a picture. It says Jennifer. So this is like, okay, this is a tweet, I suppose, because you go to the next frame and it's the same picture, but it says menopause nutritionist. Well, that's scary. So she's grifting off women that really need actual nutrition advice. And she's like, it's okay to stop dieting. Just embrace the fact that your body's damaged. So is it menopause nutritionist or is it the midlife feast? So maybe her Twitter is the midlife feast and her Instagram is the menopause nutritionist because this was posted on Instagram. Whatever. It's stupid either way. It doesn't matter. It just makes it worse. You have 3 different fucking... God, just the branding's terrible here. And your face is just horrible. All right, let's read this. It's time to stop the madness. Who are you telling? Even though it doesn't surprise me because I was one of them, it still takes my breath when I think of all the women spending their lives trying to make themselves smaller at all costs and at great expense. And when one diet doesn't work or stops working, we are conditioned to believe it's our fault for not trying hard enough or having enough willpower. I mean, it's definitely your fault, but I mean, might not have anything to do with trying hard enough or willpower. You just did the wrong thing. You took the wrong advice. Shocker. There are a lot of people that fall into these scams. A vast majority of the population still think masks are effective and shit like that. Like a lot of people believe some stupid shit. You know, especially after the facts come out, right? A lot of people believe dumb shit. A lot of people believe dumb shit, right? Like wearing a mask until you sit down at your table, then taking it off. Air doesn't move. Air doesn't attack you or doesn't come near you when you're at a table or some shit. Like a lot of people do dumb shit. Shocker. Really? That was just the first stupid example that comes to my mind, but there's a whole laundry list. Because no one ever tells us ... that 70% of our body size and shape is genetic. What the fuck?
Matt Damon.
Where'd you get that number from? Anyone? Is that something that's written somewhere?
The attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science.
I read it online, so it must be true. 70% of our body size and shape is genetic. Who the fuck ever said that? Where are you getting that number? That's nonsensical. That doesn't make any sense. There's no evidence that shows it's 70%. Where are you getting that number from? Someone tell me where she's getting that stupid information. No one ever tells us that losing weight does not guarantee better health. Yeah, no shit. Someone had to tell you that. Someone had to tell you that it's not healthy to be anorexic. It's not healthy to, you know, the people in the concentration camps in World War II weren't healthy. You need someone to tell you that? No one ever tells us that most people regain the weight they lose and often more after 1 year. They don't have to tell you that. It's pretty obvious. People make a lot of bad decisions. People rebound all the time. That dieting behavior is the greatest predictor of future weight gain. I guess doing stupid shit is the greatest predictor of having a bad side effect. Doing dumb stuff. Makes sense. That weight loss won't protect us from a negative self-image. Wow. You need someone to tell you that. So you thought that losing weight would make you just like, if I lose weight, I'm going to feel great about myself. Yeah, I mean, it's called marketing. If you're very susceptible to marketing, if you're susceptible to being a part of a cult, then yeah, you're going to believe a lot of things. You're going to believe in I don't know. Look, Scientology exists. Like people believe in some fucking lunatic shit. It continues. But what if there was another way? What if food was your friend, not the enemy? Food is my friend. What if you had the tools and support you needed to undiet your life once and for all without feeling like you're giving up on yourself or your health? Click the link in my bio to learn how we can undiet your life together. Ah, yes, buy my shit. Very nice. Excellent. Great idea. Great idea. Fantastic. How about you just don't get smaller, skinnier? How about you get fucking swole? How about you shut up and get fucking swole just like this?
You switch the samples.
Goddamn right. Hashtag shut up and get swole for a chance to win today's swole card. Fuck yeah. Parkour. I need that soundboard. All right. Yeah, like the spaghetti monster and some shit. Okay. We got one more tweet, and the reason why I have to read it is because it's short, and this tweet has, just at first glance, I see the word queer and racism twice. Right here, okay, without even reading the tweet, I see fat phobia twice, I see racism twice, I see queer once, in 2 sentences. In 2 sentences, fat phobia twice, racism twice, black once, queer once, in 2 sentences. Do you want to know what these 2 sentences say? Do you want to know the full context of these 2 sentences? Well, too fucking bad. I'm going to shove them down your fucking throats.
What's in the box?
Audio listeners, get ready to get fucked in those ear holes. Here we go. From Darren Stephen. Stephen? Is this I'm assuming it's a troll post because it's like a fat white guy in the avatar, which is be pretty fucking funny. Whoa, where'd the picture go? Now the screen's black, ironically. Okay. So apparently maybe this guy is a fat white guy who eats way too much soy, unless it's like a fake ass avatar. Fat phobia is racism. It's not, given that it is rooted in a history of desire/ability of black bodies. Have fun translating that one. This isn't the oppression Olympics. There is room to call out fat phobia right along with blatant racism within the queer community.
Dodson! Dodson! We've got Dodson here!
Well, that makes no fucking sense.
You're insane, gold member!
Yeah, you call out that fat phobia and racism in the queer community, whatever the fuck, the 8 people, like 3 of which like use Twitter. Okay, that was a great time. Let's get into some of these videos, shall we, fam? Okay. I love it when they say community. I love it when they say shit like I love when they say shit like queer community, like where is this? Where is this community? Where seriously? Like, I love how you have all these corporations and people that are like bending over, ironically, and taking the ass from these queer community. Who? Where is this community? Where? Seriously, it's like 8 people on Twitter. That's the queer community. And like 1,000 bots, and that's it. Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. Well, stupid is as stupid does, as we well know. Let's get that sound.
My name's Forrest Gump.
Well, we have one. Oh, God. Let's get this one. Let's get into the thin-splaining one from yesterday, remember? So let's do this one, and then we got a couple more videos. So this was the video that was 2 parts. It's actually part 1 and part 3. But the part 1 and the part 3, the part 2 was apparently too stupid to even put here. So it's post 1. There's part 1 and part 3. So here's part 1. It's titled Thin-splaining. And
what's in the box?
Nice glasses, Matilda.
All right, this is going to make some people mad. Let's talk about thin-splaining. Another creator made a video about thin-splaining, and I will tag her in the caption. She didn't have her stitches on, or else I would have stitched. But she essentially explains that thin-splaining is when a thin person, probably someone who's naturally thin, tries to explain fatness or how to become thin to a fat.
Stop fat-splaining, Susan. Stop fat-splaining to me. Stop fat-splaining. I feel offended. Scary. It is pretty frightening, to be honest, if you're just
person
listening.
As though we've never heard it before and we don't know our own bodies better than a stranger. In that video, she says that she's been hearing this since she was 7, and it just triggered so many memories. The first time thin-splaining happened to me, I was in the 1st grade. My
Grandpa
1st grade
Joe?
teacher kept me in the class during lunchtime and opened my lunchbox and took out my Lunchable and taught me how to read the nutritional value and count calories on my food in my lunchbox.
sounds like a valuable skill. Lunchables. That answers some questions. Great start to adulthood. Eating some Lunchables. Processed trash. Those should be fucking burned.
I was 6 years old.
How dare someone help you count?
6 years old.
Oh my God.
I have more stories. Let me know if you want to hear more.
Not really. You have more stories. Oh my God. You had to. Oh, how dare someone actually like. Oh my God. Look, nutrition facts exist. You don't want to know what you eat.
How dare you?
You don't want to know what you eat. Everyone that's like, oh my God, there's nutrition facts and counting calories. Yes, it's called knowing what you're eating. I love how people get offended by knowing what's in their food. Don't you want to know what you're putting in your fucking mouth? Don't you want to know what goes in your face hole? Isn't that of like some concern? What the fuck? There's another part, right? So part 2 was dog shit. So here's Thin-splaining part 3. Can't wait. So I guess part 2 was like Indiana Jones Temple of Doom. It just sucked so bad we don't even count it.
So thin-splaining happened to me all throughout my childhood. I was a chubby kid, and then I was like not skinny in high school, but I wasn't fat either. But you know, in high school, it's like if you're not skinny, then you're fat.
You're fat now. Let's not forget now.
And it was just genetic. I just have a slow metabolism naturally, and
He's doing the slow metabolism thing. Okay. All right.
Matt Damon.
I just have a slow metabolism. It's my thyroid. Yeah, maybe it's the fact that you were eating Lunchables growing up. Yeah, that would fucking give someone. Okay.
It probably would have worked itself out if it weren't for extreme damage due to
other people.
The repercussions of diet culture. I'll say it that way to keep everything kosher and not get flagged. Anywho, the next story that like really stands out to me.
So don't explain that at all. Just so I don't get flagged. What could you possibly have said that would get you flagged? You're just making shit up now. Blaming other people, except you just have a slow metabolism. You just don't digest things. Right.
Was my freshman year of high school. I'm sitting at lunch and I'm eating like a protein bar and a salad.
Okay, so trash. Let's continue.
Of course I was. And
of course I was.
My friend.
So of course I was. You're acting like that was a good choice. A protein bar and salad, that's not a good choice. We know that. It's not a good choice. Okay, look, a lot of us have made bad choices. I used to eat Sour Patch Kids. Like but I'm not complaining about it. I'm not whining about it. I'm not saying like, no, I didn't. They made me eat Sour Patch Kids. They told me this. God, victim, it's just pathetic. It's pathetic. I'm not pretending like it was good. It's not good. A protein bar is 99.9% of those things are trash. And a salad is just nutrient void lettuce. It's just leaves. It's nothing of value.
And my friend.
Let's play that again. Of course I was.
And I'm eating like a protein bar and a salad. Of course I was. And my friend who was super skinny and who took Ritalin for her ADHD came up to me and she's like, "Are you dieting?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "I can help you." I was like, "How? You don't know what you're talking about." What?
Is that it? Is that it? Oh, come on. That was it? Oh. Come on. Stop whining. That was it? I thought you were going to make a point. All right. Well, that sucked. Oh, I'm glad we saved that for today. That would have been a shitty way to end yesterday's podcast. Okay. Well, that's a nice on-ramp. All right. Well, let's do this. Pick a number between, pick a number between 1 and 3. Let's drop that in the comments. 1 and 3. Pick a number between 1 and 3.
Crucifixion is good. Out of the door, line on the left, 1 cross each.
Emotional damage.
Number 1, number 2, or number 3. Let's see here. Eduardo Romero. Papa Swole, did you hear Texas state troopers have to be at a certain weight or they'll get fired? I think all law enforcement should follow this rule. How do they determine the weight? I don't know if I agree with that. It depends. I think people should be fit. I think troopers should be fit. I think they should, I think law enforcement should no martial arts like jujitsu or some kind of grappling. I think a lot of these issues with law enforcement is that they can't subdue, they can't subdue a suspect. I mean, if you know jujitsu, you'd be able to do that much more efficiently. So I think there's other things that should be done. I mean, body weight depends on mass, depends on muscle mass. So I think it depends. I don't know the details of that, but it sounds like the right start. But if you're not looking at actual muscle mass and composition, it's not necessarily a good thing. All right, let's see here. Let's go. Matt the Great, number 3. Matt the Great. Let's go. Holy shit. Whoa. Whoa. That was a 10. Blew your fucking ear holes out.
Mr. Strickland.
Holy shit.
Great Scott!
My God. Oh.
Come on, man.
I know.
How dare you?
Jesus Christ. Off the charts. 9.8, a 10, a 10. Fuck yeah, an 11, a 10, a fucking 10. Give it to me.
I gave it a 10. A 10. A fucking 10.
Oh, an 11. Damn. Woo. You probably felt that. Tickled my ears. My God. Turn that bass up. Turn that bass. Turn that bass. Rumble. I need to get some like soundboards like, volcano or like, epic. And you get some of those Halo soundboards. Triple kill. Double kill. Insano. Something like that. All right. Rusty spoons. We'll get one more. Okay. What we got? Let's see.
I like to caress
what are we doing,
Rusty
Matt?
spoon.
All right. Matt was what? Number 3? I just got distracted. It's called Workout LOL. Oh, shit. Okay. So I saw this on TikTok earlier. Now, people are like, well, you shouldn't be mean to people that are exercising. Just watch this. Just watch this, all right? This is what people... Okay, hold on. How often do we hear people complaining, I don't have time. I'm not getting results. And then I come and I talk about Zumba and everyone's like trying to do Zumba and shit. Like, okay, if you want a physique, you have to do stuff that works. You got to lift weights. You got to eat properly, but lift some fucking weights. Lift some fucking heavy weights. So when people complain, I mean, I'm not saying these people are complaining. I'm sure they are. But when you're not getting results and you're doing shit like this, you can't complain. Just watch. Such high energy. Was that the instructor? Like acting like she didn't fucking care? So if you didn't see this, it's a bunch of women with like they're strapped to bungee cords and like they're leaning and they're squatting, but they're not really squatting because it's like a rubber band. Like what in the actual fuck? I mean, it looks like fun to just like strap on and just jump around. It's like reverse trampoline, but like, what is that? Okay, so if you really want, look, and all these women are gonna be like, well, I eat salads and chicken, and I'm struggling to get results. Like it's frustrating, it's like diet culture, and yeah. Well, you're doing stupid shit like this. No wonder people are fucking fat. When they exercise, they still do dumb shit. Now, are you wondering why? Are you wondering why I get frustrated when people say, well, I exercise, I do this, and I don't get results? Because people do dumb shit like this. What the fuck do you think is gonna happen? You're literally doing zero work. Zero work. I know that's not Zumba. I know it's not Zumba. I'm talking about an example like Zumba. It's the same type of thing. Like, can you sweat during Zumba? Like, sure, no one's getting fucking shredded in the body that they want doing Zumba. But it's power Zumba. It's like, oh, shut the fuck up. Do stuff like that for entertainment. If you want results, lift some fucking weights. I'm tired of this shit. Okay. For North Dakota, this is lit. It's got to be North Dakota. I know. It's like this is blowing the roof off in Billings, Montana. All right, number 1 or number 2? Let's go. Number 1 or number 2?
What's in the box?
What is the best move to silence a woman?
Sell crazy someplace else. We're all stocked up here.
Oh my god. Okay. No, it looks like it could be fun if you're not trying to like exercise. I don't know what the fuck that was. I'll stick with getting swole. Jeremy C in the house, numero uno. Let's fucking go. Let's go. How are we doing?
Hello, baby.
Okay.
What are you looking at, butthead?
Nothing, I promise. All right, number 1, numero uno. What we got here? It says, this is an Elon post. It says Elon. Oh God, have you heard this shit? This is so all the crazies are coming out of the woodwork because they're scared that Elon bought Twitter, as we all know. I guess they don't know that people like Jeff Bezos owns the Washington Post, Mark Zuckerberg owns Facebook and Instagram. They don't know that people own things. And just because it's one person owning it doesn't mean that it's going to be bad per se. It's definitely not going to be worse. Okay. Anyone that thinks it's going to be worse than before is out of their mind. Twitter is a goddamn cesspool of just human garbage. Twitter is a cesspool of human garbage. So hopefully it could be less of a human cesspool of human garbage, but the human garbage will likely continue to use it. So maybe you can it's a toilet bowl, but at least maybe Elon's going to be able to clean the shit off the inside of the fucking bowl, right? At least you can scrape it a little bit and like use a little cleaner there, you know? I mean, it's still going to be shit, but at least it's going to be a little bit clean. Just clean the bowl. All right. Clean the fucking bathroom. So this is titled Elon Should Have Ended World Hunger. Very ironic because it looks like you've never stopped eating.
Imagine being one of the richest people in the world, having the ability to like end world hunger multiple times over.
Tell me you know nothing about economics. Tell me you know nothing about how the world works without telling me you know nothing about how the world works, even though you just told me you know nothing about how the world works. Let me just take my money and end world hunger. How are you going to do that? 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 You do know that $44 billion is nothing, would do absolutely nothing to end world hunger. You understand that, right? Nothing. Fucking nothing. It's a lot of money. It's nowhere near the amount of money. Yeah, world hunger. Let's just end it. End world hunger. Multiple times over? Is that so? Is that so? It'll just end it. It'll just end it. Maybe you could spare a meal or two. You'd fucking end world hunger if you stopped eating for a day. All right, let's play this again.
Imagine being one of the richest people in the world, having the ability to like end world hunger multiple times over, go down in history as one of the most egalitarian people on earth, and instead you buy Twitter for like 7 to 8 times the price that it would cost to end world hunger.
7 to 8 times. Okay. So let's do the math here. So 44 billion, 8 times 5 is 40. So it's like 5.5. So apparently so she's saying it's $8 billion to stop world hunger. You don't say. Just 8 billion, $8 billion. $8 billion to end world hunger. But here's the thing. You ready for this? I know there's a little bit more. You know what's funny is that the amount of fuel and energy it would cost to do that, they'd be complaining. They're like, how come you don't use sailboats? You're ruining the environment because you're using oil. Yeah. You know, it can't have it both ways, sister. We need to use, because you're going to hate on nuclear. You're not going to let anyone build a nuclear power plant. So you caused this fucking problem complaining about it. Yeah. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. This is what, don't eat Lunchables or do crack or meth or whatever she does.
And you don't end world hunger. That is some super villain type shit. That is so humiliating. I cannot imagine. Lord, if I ever have a crumb of wealth like that, I will not be doing embarrassing shit like that. Absolutely not.
This chick has never eaten a crumb in her life. She's never seen a crumb ever. Oh my God. Where'd you get that cell phone? Goddamn capitalism. Where'd you get that cell phone? Where'd you get that cell phone? Tell me, where'd it come from? Where'd it come from? Where'd your cell phone come from? Oh my God. Couldn't possibly have come from slaves in Africa mining rare earth metals. Could never have. God damn it. Woof. Yeah, Alyssa, correct me if I'm wrong, but wouldn't $8 billion only be like $1 per person? Yeah, so if you just gave, every person on Earth just $1, that'd be great. That'd be great. Well, let's say, how many people are starving? How many people live on, less than $10 a day? What is it? Probably a couple billion. $2 a person. All right. So we know. We don't have to even address it like, oh, he could have just ended world. Yeah, just end world hunger. Let's just end world hunger just like every single beauty pageant winner in the past 50 years. Everyone's just ending world hunger. Well, we're not making a lot of progress. Not to mention there's more slaves today than there has been throughout history. But no one wants to talk about that. More slaves than ever in history. But, United States, really terrible place to live. No slaves. But there's more slaves than ever in history. Today, 2022. But we're bad people. Elon's a bad man. He's a bad man. He's a bad man. Elon bought Twitter. He could have saved the polar bears. All right. Oh, Jesus Christ. Just when you thought you couldn't get stupider. How the fuck do you still exist? How are you? Next video. Fuck.
How about I send you a hobo's dick cheese?
What is the best move to silence a woman?
I think this is she reminds me of the boat that got stuck like in the Suez Canal. All right, this chick is, was it the Suez Canal? Whatever. This is called Obese is a Slur. And it's your favorite lunatic with the fucking microphone from the iPhone 5. God damn it. I really hate her face.
What's in the box?
There's no getting around it. Like her face is just, I'm done with it.
I can always identify someone who doesn't have a great grasp on history if they see medicalization as a stamp of inherent virtue. This comes up a lot when I talk about how the word obese is a slur. At least one person will always pop their head out of the ground to say, obese is a medical term, as if that somehow makes it better.
Just look in the mirror. Look, if you're going to say that obese is a slur and like, well, you say it's a medical term, I can see multiple chins right now. Look, if I can see, a human being should have one chin. Uno chin. Adin chin. One chin. So what are you talking about? Go to the fucking gym. Stop eating cake. Stop talking about words that offend you. No one cares. Go outside. It's beautiful out there. There's a lot of things to do. All right.
What else used to be a medical term? Like a lot of bad shit we don't say anymore because we realized it was stigmatizing as fuck.
Boy, like what? Tell us.
What else used to be a medical term? Like a lot of bad shit we don't say anymore.
That's a fucking soundboard right there. Hold on a second.
You know what else used to be a medical term?
You know what else used to be a medical term?
Like a lot of bad shit we don't say anymore.
Like a lot of bad shit we don't say anymore. You know what else used to be a medical term? Like a lot of bad shit that we... Okay, moving on. Great. Well, you're obese, so there's that.
Because we realized it was stigmatizing as fuck and it actively harmed people. You can Google them. I'm not going to say them here.
Oh, boo. I can Google them. I'm not going to. Well, maybe I will. because I'm going to say them. I'm going to say them frequently. I'm going to say them, and I'm maybe I'll Google it. Can someone look it up? Can someone look it up so I can start saying some of these words like right now? Yeah, like I'm going to look. I might look these up so I could use them frequently. In fact,
science and language are both constantly evolving and updating. The medical establishment is not exempt from this. If anything, it's actually a particularly strong example of how this happens.
Follow the science. Follow the science. It's the science. Follow the science.
You switch the samples.
Fucking girl.
You don't need to look too far back into history at all to see how medical terminology and practices change.
Use a fucking example. Stop just spouting bullshit. Say it. Say it. Say it. Mate.
For example, homosexuality is no longer diagnosed as a mental illness. Female hysteria is not something that's diagnosed anymore.
Just because it's not, just because female hysteria is not something that's diagnosed anymore, doesn't mean we're not experiencing it in the moment. As she's like hysterical on Twitter, completely. You can't make this shit up. Female hysteria.
Cocaine and heroin are no longer prescribed as anesthetics or cough suppressants. Lysol
Maybe they should be.
cleaning spray is no longer used as a douche.
Ooh, that's a rough one. Lysol shouldn't be used, period. But ooh, a douche. Oh, ouch. Okay, so yeah, we know that the sun doesn't revolve around the earth. What's your point? Seriously, what's your point?
Don't perform ice pick lobotomies anymore. And
What? So hey, everyone. Just so you know, we don't perform ice, not in our country, at least. So how terrible we are. I think this chick should move to like the Middle East and see how they treat women over there. What do you think? How do you think in Saudi Arabia, how do they treat female hysteria? What do you think? Maybe you should move to a different country and see how they treat you. Yeah, we don't use an ice pick anymore. So obesity is a bad word. Is that what you're saying? Because we don't use ice picks for lobotomies? That sounds like a false equivalency.
doctors no longer advocate for the health benefits of smoking cigarettes. Oops.
Oops. Well, obesity is a bad word. No, those are your feelings. You're talking about what we realize that, okay, smoking cigarettes isn't good for you. 4 out of 5 doctors should not have recommended Camels. But obesity is a real fucking problem, and you are patient 0.
More importantly, when a marginalized group tells you that a word or practice harms them, you can just
ignore them. Hey, ignore them.
What is a best move to silence a woman?
All right. Yeah, when people start complaining, just fucking ignore them. When a marginalized group tells you a word bothers them, tell them to go fuck themselves. Tell them to go to the fucking gym.
More importantly, when a marginalized group tells you that a word or practice harms them, you can just go ahead and believe them.
No, not going to do that. Oh, that's how it ends? Oh, Hannah talks bodies. Hannah also talk a lot of bullshit. Hannah talk a mucho bullshit. She a really bullshit.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Tell me you had an ice pick lobotomy.
At
Without
no
telling me you had
point
an ice pick lobotomy.
in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Yeah, we also don't bleed people out, like, if they're not feeling well. We don't, like, bleed people out. We don't, like, try to, like, bleed out the devil inside them. We don't, like, shove mercury up people's assholes if they have a headache. Yeah, we don't do a lot of things anymore. What does that have to do with your feelings getting hurt because you're fat and you don't want to face reality and you don't want to change? And this is the first time in your life that you get a little following on TikTok. Oh, that's so great. Oh, that's so great. I'm really proud of you. I'm proud of you. You got a few followers. You got some Chinese bots following you. That's great. Oh, I'm so proud of you. That's fantastic. It doesn't mean that reality stops just because you have a tiny little microphone. A microphone and a TikTok account. Yeah. All right. Well, that was disgusting and nauseating. And like most things, a huge pile of dog shit. But hey, it's a Daily Swole. We're used to it, fam. We're used to it.
If you can't be at least mildly interesting, then shut the hell up.
Parents, hug your children. Hug your children. It's important. It's important. It really is. Okay, let's give away today's Swole card. For fuck's sake, we got to shut up and get swole, beaches. Are you ready, Falcon? Take us away. Let's do this. Shut up and get swole. We got a winner. Isaiah Ortiz. That's Chin Dynasty right there. Shut up and get swole.
Congratulations!
Isaiah, what up? Congratulations on today's Swole card. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com and your mailing address in the body of the email. Fucking fantastic. Excellent. Well done. Fam, we are going to get some sack piano going on right now. Don't nobody go nowhere, and drop your favorite soundboard in the comments down below, because Papa Swolio takes some motherfucking requests. Congratulations, brother. Send us that email. You got it, bro. Congratulations. Miyagi say congratulations, Isaiah Ortiz. Hey.
Chlorophyll? More like chlorophyll.
Now you gotta shut up and get fucking swole. Little one cross.
Crucifixion is good. Out of the door, line on the left, one cross each.
My name's Forrest Gump.
I got hairy legs.
As you can see, my nipples have been removed from my body. Where they are, I don't know.
Fuck yourself.
And my existence, while grotesque and incomprehensible to you, saves lives.
Oh, yeah.
What are you looking at, butthead?
Boom shakalaka!
Oh, that's an easy one.
I am very willing to let the American public judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness.
A little TT, a little TT.
There's tiny tuck, typical tuck, total tuck, and the tyrannical tuck.
Good win. We got it now.
What happened to your queer party friends?
Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn.
You need to stop being a lady. Quit worrying. You'll be back on your knees in no time.
Make sure the make sure you have the record player on at night.
Jiggly bum flesh, indeed.
Matt Damon.
I got you, fam. I got you, fam.
That's a huge bitch.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Thank you, Mr. Freud.
I am the danger.
Oh, God, yeah.
I'm Hubert Cumberdale.
Oh, God. Water gas. Look at it. fans. Ooh, yeah, boy.
Chicks will dig you, or dudes, or whatever gender thing you're into.
All right, fam. Thank you so much for being here. If you're just tuning in now, you missed a hell of a Sleazecast, but it will be available for replay right now, actually. And also, of course, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, thedailyswole.com for all the links, thedailyswole.com. Make sure you leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you bang your ear holes with knowledge cock. Please leave us a 5-star review and write a review if you are able to. It means a lot. And share the podcast. Share. It means a lot, and it's the best way for us to grow. And of course, we're going to go just as deep tomorrow. And actually, we're probably going to go deeper than today, if you could believe it. So be there for 2183. Check us out, swolenormousx.com. Remember, members get priority access notifications. So if you're missing out on the Sleazecast, join now. You get a Swole text, you get a Telegram notification, get a Discord, turn your alerts on, and I'll let you know before we go live so you'll never miss a single episode of your favorite show. Peace, McGeese, deuce, Magoose, your boy Papa Swolio. Oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made, that's a bed that you made, that's a bed that you made, that's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant, on topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my